Today, we're going to talk about one of humanity's most powerful, most fascinating, and honestly most terrifying inventions. This isn't just the story of a weapon that ended a war. Nope. It's the story of a single discovery that completely redrew the map of global power and really changed our world forever.
And that brings us right to the heart of the matter, the central paradox of this whole story. It's a huge question. How can the exact same science, the same core principle, be used for incredible creation and for total, utter annihilation? We're going to unpack that, and we'll start from the very beginning.
You see, this whole thing, it doesn't start on a battlefield. It starts in a laboratory, with the discovery that unlocked the immense power that was hiding deep inside the atom all along.
Okay, so the key concept here is called nuclear fission. And when you get right down to it, the idea is actually pretty simple. You take a big, wobbly, unstable atom, something like uranium-235, and you split it. And just that one little act of splitting, well, it releases a massive amount of energy. But, and this is the crazy part, that's only the beginning.
Because this is where it just snowballs into what we call a chain reaction. So it starts with one tiny neutron hitting a nucleus. Bam! That nucleus splits. It lets go of all that energy plus a few more neutrons. And those new neutrons, they fly out and hit other nuclei, which also split, releasing even more energy and even more neutrons. It's this incredible cascade that just multiplies exponentially in a fraction of a second.
So as soon as scientists realized this chain reaction was even possible, the question wasn't if the weapon could be built. It was who was going to build it first. And all of a sudden, this terrifying new science became the center of a desperate global race against time.
And you have to remember what was happening in the world. This was the middle of World War II. The idea, the absolute fear, that Nazi Germany, with its brilliant scientists, might be the first to harness the power of the atom, well, that was a terrifying thought that kicked the Allied powers into high gear.
And that response was the Manhattan Project. We're talking a top-secret, all-hands-on-deck national effort. It brought together thousands of the world's best scientists, engineers, and military personnel, all laser-focused on one single goal: build an atomic bomb before the enemy could. What's just staggering when you look at it is the speed. I mean, look at this timeline. The basic discovery of fission happens in 1939. Just 6 years later, they had the first atomic detonation. The leap from a theoretical idea in a lab to a world-altering weapon was unbelievably fast.
That first test, which they codenamed Trinity, happened out in the New Mexico desert. And this quote from someone who saw it, well, it says everything you need to know. This wasn't just a bigger bomb. This was something entirely new. It was a fundamental shift in the nature of power itself. Humanity had, for better or worse, officially entered the atomic age.
And less than a month after that test, this theoretical weapon became a grim, devastating reality. Its use would bring an end to the war, sure, but it would also alter the world in ways no one could have fully imagined.
On August 6, 1945, the very first atomic bomb was used in warfare. The target was the Japanese city of Hiroshima. In a single, blinding flash, an entire city was just erased. We're talking tens of thousands of people, men, women, children, killed in an instant. The world had never, ever witnessed destruction on this scale from a single weapon.
And it didn't end there. Just 3 days later, a second bomb was dropped, this time on the city of Nagasaki, and the results were just as catastrophic.
And very soon after that second bombing, Japan announced its unconditional surrender. The deadliest conflict in all of human history was finally over. But it also marked the beginning of a brand new and much more dangerous era, an age defined by the simple existence of nuclear weapons.
So what happens next? After the war, how did this terrifying discovery go on to shape the world that we all live in today? Well, this is its dual-edged legacy.
And this brings us right back to that question we started with, because the core science in a bomb and a power plant, it's identical. The only difference is one crucial word: control. An uncontrolled runaway chain reaction gives you a bomb, all that energy released in a split second. But if you can harness that same reaction, slow it down, manage it, you get a steady, controlled release of energy. And that's a nuclear power plant, something that can power an entire city.
And politically, oh, the bomb changed everything. It created this whole new concept of nuclear deterrence, this strange, terrifying idea that a major war between nuclear powers is essentially unwinnable because it would lead to mutual destruction. And that fear led to global efforts like the Non-Proliferation Treaty, which are all about trying to stop these devastating weapons from spreading any further.
And so that really leaves us with this final and, I think, critical question. The story of the atomic bomb is just a powerful and pretty sobering reminder that scientific progress doesn't automatically come with the wisdom to use it correctly. It's the ultimate test of our own humanity. And what we do with that incredible power, well, that's up to us.